Hi, my name is Alfonso Menteros, and I'm going to talk about the documentary Where to Invade Next. For me, democracy is the model in where everyone has the power in the system. Most of the people choose their representatives who work by and for the people that chosen. The way I connect this concept to the documentary and the class is because in both we have seen how this democracy has been in decline for the last few years. In the video is presented with examples of the comparison between the US and the European countries visited, and in the class we have seen this in other topics like the documentary of the 2008 crisis, where the information given to people was wrong, and when everything collapsed, the low and medium class were the ones that really suffered the economic consequences. And on the other hand, we have the fashion documentary, where the consequences of the incompliment of a workplace, of a secure workplace, made a lot of people who worked for the lowest fees and a lot of time suffer the consequences of this. The most interesting part of the documentary for me was the end of the one, in where all the ideas like the prison as a method to reconstruct the people that made illicit things before and not the vengeance way. The school as something that lets you be more like a person, and it's not like you have to work, and also is more accessible to everyone, and it is of better quality. Also something like the equality of power, and not just men in the power in the governments, but also women participated on it. Also the equal respect in workplace, not just for men and women, but for everyone without judging their gender or skin color. Something like the fair amount of work and paid vacations and all those other missing and discovered things from the other European country and African, which were visited, were ideas that were essential to reconstruct the system of the United States, and these ideas were all of that country, but weren't applied in the correct way. This documentary showed me a reality that I dreamt of having one day. A lot of things that are unaccomplished in our countries, and we see them as normal things, are actually some things that are required from the government in other more developed countries. So in these countries, people have less work, less work time, they have more vacation, more benefits, and this make people contribute, and this encourage them to pay their fees, to work better, and to be efficient, so they can contribute with the healthy community where they have lived, instead of complaining and getting frustrated, which is the reality where we live. In my case, I can't really say how this applies to Mexico. Instead, I can say how this can apply in the Dominican Republic, which is my country. In our case, we don't pay the same amount of taxes as in the European countries, but also we don't have the same accessibility and to health, quality education, or security. Also, there is a lot of discrimination, and the genders really affect in the job position that you have and the way that you are treated in your job. In other hand, there is the difference between jobs. Here in the Dominican Republic, we don't have as much work time than in the US, and we also we do have vacations, but it is less, and we also have license of when a woman is pregnant, which is 3 months. But as we can see, that is not the same than in the European country, where people have way much benefits. Also, something that doesn't apply in my country is the fact that most of the people in my country don't even have the opportunity of completing school or having a healthy childhood. So because of this, the society isn't as well developed as in those European countries which are presented in the documentary. Thank you.